This is Vince Russo's The Brand.
AlternaTV.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the newest edition of AlternaTV, the first edition of AlternaTV in 2018. As always, I am your host, Brandon Stransky. Today, going to be doing things a little bit differently. Going to be changing some things up coming up in the future. I don't really have a format for this show. Going to be kind of winging it, speaking from the heart, because it's kind of one of those shows where I really don't have anything prepared. I'm just gonna kind of go from the heart here. Kind of been going through a lot of stuff lately, mentally and emotionally. I'm gonna be definitely backing off a lot of the political stuff. It's causing me to just go down in a direction I really don't want to be going down. I had a good talk with a friend, a close friend. It actually ended up turning into a shouting match at one point with both of us dropping F-bombs on each other. But we ended hugging, and it got heated. But yeah, that's a road I don't really want to be going down anymore. I will still be talking about stuff as if it's important and needs to be important, or just to poke fun at the stupidity of something. Other than that, not really going to be talking too much about that. Going to be actually, rather than focusing on, not been talking too much currently, but we are going to be going down towards, going into a little bit of history coming up. I've actually started reading a couple of books written by a former an ex-KGB agent who actually defected to the United States in the early 60s, and for 4 years worked very closely with the KGB, had a big part in their intelligence and counterintelligence, and then actually helped the CIA and the FBI when he came over here, and basically about just looking at the table of contents, a lot of the stuff I learned from listening to Bill Cooper, stuff that I never really spread or talked about because I hadn't seen the evidence in front of me personally. I am now seeing that evidence and starting to see how the fall of the Soviet Union was actually a ruse to try to disarm and placate the West, and then spread communism through democracy into socialism into communism. Going to be doing a review of that once I get that finished up. It's really interesting stuff. Going to be going more towards also be talking more entertainment based. Going to also be going a little bit conspiracy. Just really going to be changing some stuff up on the show. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm looking at the time now. This isn't really going to be a very long show, more just a quick little update on where I've been, what I've been up to. As you've seen, I've also been working with Retro Shred and Broken Singer doing Nitro reviews. We're going to be doing a review of SummerSlam 91 coming up. We still need to hammer out a date for that. I've been having a lot of fun working with those guys doing reviews of old wrestling shows. Been it's kind of fun to kind of bounce ideas off of each other, bounce thoughts, just have discussions about things. Something's been missing a lot of just civil discussion, maybe some stuff that we don't always disagree on, but we can still talk about it as adults and converse, which is really fun to do if you're actually responsible and not a dick. Gonna be focusing a lot on wrestling, especially the state of the business as it stands. I mean, I've seen pictures of some SmackDown tapings, and they look like, if you look just at the crowd size, you'd have a hard time figuring out whether this is 2018 SmackDown or 2000 Thunder. Just to show you how bad the mainstream wrestling has gotten as far as audience participation, ratings, and attendance. It's just gotten so bad. We're going to be going more into that and what can be done to hopefully try to stem that tide. Of course, it wouldn't be anything new that you've hadn't heard elsewhere, coming from people who have actually been there and done that. It's just one, just be one guy giving his opinion, but who else isn't doing that out there these days anyway? Anyway, that about wraps things up. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll hopefully be getting, next week we'll be releasing information or releasing a review of the, a new AlternaTV with a review of those books as I mentioned, as well as be getting into more of the entertainment and in the wrestling business, talking more into, and of course, brief little forays into politics, not going to be going, deep like I was before. I know I had said before I was going to have a prominent wrestling journalist on for a review, to review Wrestle Kingdom with his modified star rating system. That's kind of going out the window. It was actually the idea I had behind it was kind of mean-spirited and not really, so I put it this way, God wouldn't be very pleased with me doing that, so I'm not really going to, so I kind of changed my mind on it, so I'm not going to do it. But basically it was going to, I was going to do a Meltzer parody and kind of change the change his star rating system to an inch rating system. Just to give you an idea, that's all I'm really going to say on it. Use your imagination on where I was going to go with that. Anyway, that is it for this week. Thank you guys for checking it out, and I will see you all next week. God bless, and I love each and every single one of you.
If you can't control your freaking wiener
You're wishing this was on Realm Network. Well, what in the hell did you think the casting
for
couch
the
was?
sake of entertainment purposes, that was good podcasting.
We're in the ratings business.
Yes! Jim Cornette makes an appearance on Bucket Full of Chicken Necks. A bucket full of chicken necks. Are there any happy endings?
Jabron. This is Vince Russo's The Brand.